Hi everybody, and Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to everybody. I know you all seen the title, and we'll get to that. The first thing that I want to do is let's talk about all of the stuff that's happened in the last month or so since the last time I did one of these update talks. First of all, I hope you all are having an amazing day. I hope you all are having a great Christmas and, just feeling warm for the holidays. Let me know in the comment section below, did you all figure out, first of all, did you figure out what you were going to make for your holiday dinner? Because I figured mine out. Here's what we're going to do. Let's talk about that. We are going to have smothered turkey wings. We're going to have homemade mashed potatoes. We're going to have cabbage. I'm going to make a pound cake. Yes, I'm going to make a pound cake. And what else? My goodness, I sent the list. I sent the grocery list with my husband. I can't figure out everything else that I'm going to be making right now, not off my head. But that's what we're going to have. We're having smothered turkey wings, and I couldn't be more excited because when I make smothered turkey wings, they're really simple, and then you kind of just throw them in the oven, and then you don't have to worry about them, so that's what we're having. I couldn't be more excited. And then today, Christmas Eve, we are going to have spaghetti. We're going to have a chef salad, and then we're going to have garlic bread, and we're having cookies. We're baking cookies tonight for Santa Claus like we always do every year. Even if there's no little tiny kids around, we still make cookies for Santa Claus every year because we have so much fun making cookies. And typically what we like to do is make a whole lot of sugar cookies, and then everybody decorates them. I'll get some cream cheese icing, and then you can use some different color dyes, dye the icings red and green and whatever color you like. Get you some Christmas sprinkles and have fun baking cookies. And you could possibly take cookies over to your neighbors, who doesn't love cookies. And then we're going to have chocolate chip cookies, peanut butter cookies. We're just going to have a good time. So now, remember I told you guys I couldn't figure out how to hang up my stockings? They're hung up. I listened to you guys. I went out and I got the command hooks. Simply, I hung them up. Okay, so let me tell you guys some of this craziness that happened. So our microwave went out, but we have homeowners insurance, so they're going to take care of that. But you have to get the company to come out and look at whatever it is that you're having the issue with, and they'll typically see if it can be fixed, or if you need a new one, or whatever the situation may be. And that's a really expensive microwave. It has the controls for the oven and things like that on the microwave. But the oven is working. It's just the microwave, sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't work. So anyways, the guy comes out from the company, and he sees that there are cameras inside the house. And he starts to look at the microwave, looking on the inside, and he looks at me. Now listen here, my husband was out of town at the time. He looks at me and he says, "Am I being recorded?" And guess what I say to him? I know I always got something crazy to tell you guys. And guess what I say to him? I said, "Sir, you was being recorded from the time you walked up the driveway." And guess what he tells me? Guess what he thought he was going to tell me? He said, "Well, I suggest you turn it off." I said, "I'm not going to do that." I said, "I'm not going to do that." And Dakota was right here where I'm sitting. And this is right at the island, right where the kitchen is. And Dakota's looking at me and I'm looking at him. And bam, my husband called because he's seen, that someone had came in. And my husband called and said, "What's going on?" And I said, "I got the man here and he's going to suggest that I turn the cameras off." My husband said, "What? Are you kidding me?" He said, "Get him out of there." I said, "Sir, you got to go." I said, "Sir, you have to go." And he said, "Well," I said, "Let me pay you and get you out of here." And he says, well, how come? I said, because, you don't want to be recorded. You need to go. I said, let me get your money. I gave him his money. And he said, well, I'll just have to deal with it. We're not supposed to be recorded. So that's why I was telling you. I said, you have to go, sir. And I gave him his money and he left. And then my husband called the company and gave them a piece of his mind. And they, oh my goodness, they said that we are so sorry, this and that, and they're going to make up for it. And when they come back out, there's, not going to be a charge. Even though the insurance is paying for it, you do have to pay like a little small amount for whatever you have to pay for. But they really apologized, and they were like, we can't, he's not supposed to do that. We said, he can't do that. He's not, he ain't gonna come in our house and tell us what to do. Who did he think he was? Like, who did he think he was? I am so excited. It's really beginning to feel like Christmas. Like, our whole neighborhood is lit up in the most beautiful lights that you ever want to see. Like my last neighborhood, it was gorgeous. Like, it was beautiful, and all of the neighbors, they did like one sync color, all the same colors, and it was gorgeous going down that street where all of the trees were lit up, the same color and things like that. But this neighborhood, listen here, it's so beautiful. So we went around the neighborhood and we looked at all the Christmas lights, and it really, really wowed us. So we were happy to do that. It was really nice because we went to Starbucks and got us something warm to drink, and we got some, I believe it was it? I think it was like pumpkin bread, and it was absolutely delicious. Now listen here, the other day I showed you all how to make hot chocolate. If you haven't seen that video, go over and check it out, because the hot chocolate is amazing. My husband tasted the hot chocolate and he's like, I don't remember it tasting like this. He's like, this is so good. And then when he tasted the white hot chocolate, he said, my goodness. He's like, I want to drink all of this, but if I drink it all right now, I'm going to be in the restroom forever. He says, I'm going to have to pass it up for now, but save some because I want to drink some in the morning. So I saved it, and we all had hot chocolate the next morning. But try the recipe. It's really quick and simple, and it's so tasty. So now the next thing that I wanted to talk about is my chipped tooth. My goodness, guys, all of the money we spent on my teeth, and I don't know how I got a chipped tooth. I feel like when I put my retainer in at night and I really pop it up in there, I chipped my tooth right here. Let me see. Like, you can see it. It's supposed to be straight, but it's going up a little bit. I'm gonna get that fixed. And it's driving me crazy. No one can see it. Only I can really see it because it's a teeny tiny piece, but I have to get that fixed. Now, as far as when I'm going to come back and do videos after the holiday, because I know everybody's wondering, on the 26th. On the 26th, I'm coming back to do videos, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to do videos for the New Year's, showing you all recipes that you can make for the New Year's. Like, I'm going to show you all how to make that pork and that sauerkraut and the black eyed peas and all of the stuff that we love for New Year's. I wish you all a happy New Year's as well. Absolutely, I do. Now, let's see. What was I gonna say? I did a video for you guys. I think it was the day before yesterday, and it was for homemade chicken and noodle soup. And I went, after we did the video, I went to save the video, and it kept saying you cannot open the file. So the file was lost. I lost the video, and I just had to get over it and say that God, because God is absolutely amazing, So I just said God is good. It's just a video. God is good. We can redo that video, but listen here. Anybody that wants to make homemade chicken and noodle soup this year for Christmas, it's such a great idea. It's like, who doesn't love homemade chicken and noodle soup? If you wanted to do that, go and check out the video for how to make homemade chicken and noodle soup. And what I'm going to do is at the end of this video, I'll attach my video for how to make homemade chicken and noodle soup. That way you can have it for your Christmas if you wanted to. And then, so let's talk about, guys, it's driving me crazy that my hair is still wet. It's like my hair is taking forever and a day to dry, and normally if I felt like it, I would dry my hair, and what I do is I use an infuser to dry my hair, and I throw my head upside down, and then you put the infuser under your hair, you push your hair up like this, and then it makes your hair, you know, kind of be poofy like my hair, excuse me, like my hair usually is, and have more definition than just flat, but it is dry. So I guess since I don't feel like drying it, I'll just let it air dry today because it's nice and warm and cozy in here. So that's why I look a mess today. But we do need to talk about my fall down the steps. I don't know how it happened. So the phone rings, okay? And it's for my husband. So my husband is in the basement. And I guess I was kind of rushing to give him the phone. And I started going down the steps. I got the phone in my hand. And I get to the top of the stairs. And I slip and fall. From the top step all the way to right about the 10th step. And when I was falling, I was falling like it happens in the movies where you can't control yourself. Like I was going like this down the steps, and I could not stop my feet. It was just horrible, and it hurt so bad. Like I had the worst pain, and right now I am in some of the worst pain. So when I get like to let's just say the 8th step, my husband, maybe he heard me. He never said he heard me, but he's opened the basement door to come up, and he has the dogs with him. Oh, I think he was bringing the dogs upstairs to go outside. He sees me falling, and he cannot believe that I'm falling down the steps, and his face is like he was like, what is going on? He trying to catch me, and I don't know. All I kept saying to myself was, hold your head up, don't hit your head. So, like I said, I fell about to the 10th step. My husband helps me. He practically picks me up and helps me all the way up the stairs. The dogs are barking. Somebody's on the phone. Somebody's on the phone for my husband, and my husband answers the phone. And he says, you calling? Gina falling down the steps, the dogs are barking. So I know the person on the phone is like, what? So my husband got off of the phone. And I just tried to keep my cool, because I kept telling myself as I was falling, like, you're going to make it through this. You are okay. Hold your head up. Don't hit your head. So my husband lays me down in the bed, and I lay down for a little bit, and he gives me some warm tea, and he's like, so where are you hurting at? And I said, this is hurting right here. This is hurting right here. Both of the back of my shoulder, my neck keeps cracking, and my tailbone is hurting so bad. Oh, and the top of my right foot, like right here. And so my husband iced me last night. So he's like, do you want to take a hot bath or you want to take a hot shower? Which one? And so I'm like, a hot shower. So I took a hot shower, and then he put ice on me several places, and then I had the heating pad on my neck, and then we switched the heating pad to the ice, to the heating pad, and it feels a little bit better, but honestly I am in like some serious pain. It's not even funny. I don't know how I feel, But I do know that we have these beautiful wood floors. Let me see if you see the floors. And that wood, that same wood is the type of wood that we have going down, you know, our basement. Let me answer the phone. I'll be right back, guys. Sorry, guys. That was my husband telling me. Now I know what else we're going to have. We were going to have cabbage, but my husband just called me and he told me that he can't find any cabbage. They didn't have any cabbage. I want cabbage with the smothered turkey wings, like I have to. And then he said he also couldn't find cookie dough, the cookie dough that I wanted. But, ooh, my nose is itching. But as far as the cookie dough, if he cannot find cookie dough, that's okay because I have all the ingredients to make homemade cookies if he can't find it. So, as far as our basement steps, you all have seen the basement steps. They are huge, and they do have that same wood. Now, here's what I'm thinking. We did mop the floors the day before I failed, and we used that Bono cleaner. I think that's what it's called, and it makes your floors nice and glossy without having to use harsh water and chemicals and stuff on your wood. Maybe that's what made me slip. I don't know, but I did have socks on, and my husband said, don't wear socks going down them steps. So here's what he's gonna do. He's going to put either strips onto the wood steps, or there are like these traction things that you can cover your steps, but we want it to look like pleasingly aesthetic. Is that the right word? We want it to look really nice, whatever we do, but we got to put something there because we don't want nobody else to fall. And guess what? Polo fell down the steps. He fell down the same steps a couple of weeks ago, and now he's afraid to go up the steps. Poor baby. Yes, he'll go down the steps with no problem, but going up them, he wants us to take him up the steps. So we're definitely going to do that here this week. We're going to measure the steps, and we're going to order whatever he wants to put on the steps. Make sure it looks really nice, because this can't happen again. Like my finger right now, I don't know if it's swollen, but it hurt. My whole body is hurting. I am in lots and lots of pain. And my husband asked me, he said, now listen, you don't have to cook for Christmas or Christmas Eve if you don't want to. I said, I want to. You know, he's like, if you're in pain, you don't have to. We can order Chinese. I said, I want to cook, and I want to do Christmas cookies. So I just wanted to chime in and tell you guys, you know, all the stuff that has been going on lately. Tell you all that I love you all from the bottom of my heart. Everyone that watches and subscribes, I love you guys so much, and I thank you all for everything you've done, for subscribing, liking, sharing, and commenting. Merry Christmas to each and every one of you. From the Young's house to your house, stay safe. Merry Christmas. God bless. Good night.